Hello and welcome to Tragic Thespians.
Woo!
Today
Sorry.
we have a very special guest. It's only been 2 years in the making until a little thing called COVID interrupted. You may have seen his face on everywhere on TV. The king of commercial, Lawrence Ola.
Hello.
Welcome.
Woo!
How are we today?
Very, very good, thank you. How are you folks doing today?
Good.
Good.
So 2 years ago, we did discuss you're meant to be our last guest before COVID hit, and here we are 2 years later. Who would have known?
I mean, we scheduled it like that, so
Yeah.
kept the anticipation up, got my profile just a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
That's
because
like-
we knew COVID was coming, we were like, you know what, we prepared for this, and we're going to extend it just so that we have a bit of time to kind of like mess around a bit. So we actually started COVID, guys.
So, I've got to tell you, my sister was the most excited for you out of all the guests we've ever had because she loves the Step 1 ads. She loves the energetic, chaotic energy that you bring to the room. And and she also said, like, you're dancing in a lot of commercials, just free, whatever. You're just jumping around, doing your thing.
It's something that I never thought would be a thing. Now that I think about it, I kind of, as soon as I finish a job, I kind of just, that's done and I put it
Move on.
behind me. But now this current trend of people IDing that, you do a lot of physical movement and dancing around. It's like, do I? And then I look back at myself, I'm like, oh yeah, I do.
You're going to be a professional dancer by the end of it.
Oh, absolutely not. Like, pretend dance, like it's all in the arms and the movement. Like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
footwork is terrible. Like I'll never be a ballerina or like a break dancer. But I mean, the top half is where it's all at. Just like
That's
pay
it.
attention to the.
And
And save
your
that for
legs
the
are on
underwear
vacation.
commercial.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Party at the top. And how are the underwear? Are they as comfortable?
They look so comfortable. Every time your ad comes on and I see the underwear, they don't look like normal underwear. Does that make sense? They look like they've been made out of the softest material known to man. And like really, they look like they have,
Support.
well, support, sure, but like comfort, which is weird.
Well, that's the thing with them. I think it was wonderful that they set out to make sure that everyone of every different kind of size had it. Because with the underwear, typically it's like the beautiful chiseled models. I'm like, no hate on them. Like, you look great in it. But then when I was approached to do it, I'm just saying, in an underwear ad?
Yeah, yeah.
And then just like, no, we're making, bigger sizes, because, bigger people need to wear underwear too. Like, we're not just got potato sacks
Yeah,
around
yeah.
us. So why not do it? I'm just like, oh, that's kind of logical. And then it's for someone like with big thighs and big everything. Like, I've got a lot of real estate to cover.
Hell
So it was
yeah.
wonderful to have something like that, I wasn't kind of like taken in at the sides and getting my circulation cut off. So I was really surprised at how comfortable it is. And I mean, there's all the technical stuff that goes into it in terms of like ultra glide panels. See, I'm selling. See, Step 1, I should be paid for this.
Yeah, that's it.
Ultra
Sponsor
glide
us.
panels on the side. But it's having thighs and chafe, and I'm sure everyone's seen the ad.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, well,
You're
You've been
missing
living
out.
under
You're
a
missing
rock.
out.
Yeah.
But just all these kind of issues that you wouldn't see conventionally covered in chiseled model underwear ad. It's like all the kind of nuts and bolts things about underwear, and if you're a bit bigger, this is great for you. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you say so.
Well, man, like that was the thing I noticed as well too. I was like, man, the underwear looks like crazy comfortable, and the cactus rubbing together, like all that kind of stuff. I was like, that's
Oh, that
cool.
was so cool.
And then I was like, oh man, this ad is like bigger than that, because like I'm a bigger guy as well, and I get like the spider, like not the spider marks, the teeth marks around my waist and stuff, and I was like, I
Teeth
hate
marks.
that,
I've
man.
never heard of teeth marks, but they make
I
so
know.
much sense. I was
It does,
like,
like, it makes
someone's
sense, right?
chomping into me a lot of the time.
Dude, when I was a kid, that's what I
makes
thought it was. When people were like, "Oh, you got teeth marks around your belly," and I was like, "No one bit me. What do you mean? We live with cannibals?" Like, I didn't get it. Like when I was a young kid, I didn't get it. Yeah, but like it's cool because it's like a clap back to, like, you don't need to be like a skinny model to wear underwear. Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
That's-
yeah,
it's like
it's like bigger people, smaller people, in between people. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
It's real.
yeah. It's not like a chiseled dude, like some chiseled Adonis on a boat going like the Greek goddess Poseidon jumped up and gave me underwear, and like it's not that kind of stuff. And yeah,
I mean, it's so interesting just to think about it. It's an everyday conventional thing that everyone needs to wear, but you don't see it advertised on television. And I know there's a lot of people out there like only beautiful people need to be on TV. Well, I'm here.
That's it. They're missing out.
But it's just like, it seems just weird to think about now. At the time, I'm just like, I'm in underwear, but it's a thing that everyone needs.
yeah.
So what's wrong with... Because I get like a lot of flack from people just like, oh, just lose some weight and blah, blah, blah.
Oh man.
And true. Like, like I do indulge in things that's fair, I guess. But while I'm doing so, do you expect me not to wear underwear? Like, I need to wear... If you're telling me to lose weight, well, like, do I suddenly dissolve all the underwear I have now because I can't wear it? Like, come on, be real.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Stupid.
Ooh, do you actually get a lot of hate for your weight?
Let me tell you, it's something that I'm okay with. It's something that I can change if I choose to change. And currently at the moment, I'm just, changing diet things about like the stuff that I eat and stuff that I drink. But, that's my choice to make. If I want to be at this size, I'm quite comfortable. Just like sometimes I think, I wish I could, try out that nice shirt that I wore a couple of years ago. Like, and if I choose to do so, then I'll make active choices within myself that I will conduct rather than feeling pressured by people. But a lot of the time it's more, I do get a lot of flack from people, but it's not just weight, it's other things like getting into like the really deep stuff, like skin color and race and just like what I do. I'm just like, what? I can't control it. I always say, what I look like in terms of, my ethnic makeup was a gift from my parents. If you're going to be, arguing like, oh, you look like this, or you shouldn't be doing this, or you're ugly, blah, 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 all that, you're insulting my parents. That's a gift from my parents that they gave to me. So can't swear on this podcast. So.
But yeah, a big F to all of them. Oh my goodness. But no, you said it beautifully. It's a gift from your parents. You should be proud of who you are. I feel like a lot of the people that go out their way to complain about this stuff, they're self-projecting. Like, they have to be hateful within themselves to hate others just for what existing. Like, that's beyond me. And sorry, newsflash, in case you didn't get it, bodies do come in different sizes and colors, and absolutely every model you can think of. And that's what I thought was really refreshing with, like, you getting all these gigs and commercials. It's like real faces. I'm so sick of seeing the same two people over and over again. I know I'm seeing you over and over again.
I'm turning into one of those people.
2 weeks time, we'll be like, man, oh my God, he's so annoying. Why do we always see it?
But, like, it's good to, like, see, because, getting deep again, Australia says, like, we're a very multicultural country, and, where we live out in the West, that's true. But then you look on TV, it's like, where are our neighbors? There's none of that. Like, what is this? Like, it gets tired. It's getting stale. Like, we need change. So thank you for putting that change on our TV.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the weight of it until... well, not just hearing this. I know beforehand. But it was always something that I never thought about until I really got into it, and people made comments in terms of like, oh, I've never seen this kind of face. And in the back of my mind, it's like I when I was younger, I wanted to be the first Samoan tennis player to really make it. I love playing tennis, and then I just couldn't afford to do lessons in high school. So naturally, I just moved into just being silly and playing characters. So. Yeah, I fell into this, and so when I was doing stuff, it was just like, oh man, I'm having the best time with people, and it's fun, and I get caught up in the moment of doing stuff, but then just realizing the impact that it has, it just didn't dawn on me until you have people coming up to me or messaging me like, oh, I'd love seeing people who look like me on screen, and I didn't realize the impact until now. It was like, oh, it's bigger than me, at this point, so.
You're contributing to something that's like massive, like that. It's massive, and it's a movement, and it's gonna get bigger. It just keeps getting bigger, but like that's, it starts with things. It starts with like people like you, people like us, people that break the mold of like blonde hair, blue eyes kind of thing, and it's not even like
no hate to them. But...
No hate to them, but like I 100% always, like, this stuff doesn't come out of nowhere. It's like there are always, like, since the dawn, with like a lot of movements actually, like the like feminism movement and all that kind of, like, everything related to that, and then ethnic representation in TV and LGBTQ representation in TV and films and things like that. It's not just kind of it's not like, that's what I don't get with like people that are kind of, that get a bit aggravated. It's not something that's come up now. It's something that's literally been there since these people have existed.
Yeah.
And they've always been going, no, give us a chance. But then, like, there's been a lot of suppression of it, so we don't see it. And now it's kind of like breaking through like that kind of like barrier that's been put there. So now when people go like, oh, why is it happening now? It's like, you got to be really blind and filtered in what you see to kind of, and what's being presented to you, to say, why is it happening now? Because it's been happening forever, but people haven't had a chance to voice it or actually be opinionated about it, because we haven't been we haven't had the chance yet. Now we're having the chance. Do you know what I mean? Like, so seeing this stuff, it's like, and that's the thing as well with these kinds of things, because it's a gig, it's an acting gig, right? And you go into it and you're like, oh man, sick, oh my god, it's a great acting gig and stuff like that. And then you do it and you're like, man, that was really cool. And then like it, like, I mean, knowing how ads work, doing those step one ads were years ago, right? And then they edit them and then all that kind of stuff, and they go on the cutting room floor and blah blah blah, and then they go on TV. But then, like, when you watch it, you're like, oh, cool. And then people send you messages and you're like, shit, yeah, this does more for the, like, I'm doing more to change the face of representation at the moment. This isn't just a gig. And then it kind of shifts how you view it and how you see it. Like, yeah, man, I mean, like, my hook nose, that's cool. My dark skin, that's cool. The fact that I can grow a beard in 2 seconds, that's cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, it brings that out, which is good, because we've been missing that for a long time.
Yeah, that's it, honestly. Now, you've recently done a limited series, Proof of Concept.
Yes, that is correct.
Tell us a little bit of that, what we're allowed to hear.
If you can, yeah.
What can we expect?
So I'll be tested. People who are part of this project will be listening to me and seeing how good of a co-producer I am on this. So it started off as a film or concept for a feature film. And it is something that I originally wasn't part of, but was presented with an opportunity to come on board for. So yes, so it is. It started off as a proof of concept for a feature film, and so we shot different scenes up in Queensland. So originally, as I said, I wasn't part of it originally, but I had a few friends who were part of the production. So, you know, as someone who vehemently always. One of my mantras is, you know, if you have nothing to promote, then promote your friends as best as you can.
Nice.
And so I saw some of my friends were part of this. I'm like, oh, I just shared it. And I think with the person who wrote the project, produced it, and is the lead actress, Sarah Dinsey from Sarah Dinsey Film Productions, had seen how enthusiastic, we shall say, on Instagram with promoting it. She just asked if I wanted to be a part of it, and so I was presented with such a fun opportunity to come in and play someone. So, and when you get to work with your friends, it's not a luxury that you're always afforded to. But when you get to do it in any kind of creative capacity, it's heaps of fun. Heaps and heaps of fun.
So is there anything you can tell us, like story-based, actor-based, anything like that, or
Fun set stories?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them are not. They go beyond the general rating of this podcast now. So it's a rom-com.
Okay.
Proof of Concept was a rom-com, and it dealt with the logistics of what I can and cannot say. I'm thinking about what's on the internet and what's not on the internet and what's like in my notes at home. Because it has shit. So it's a rom-com, proof of concept about a rom-com, but two people coming together, finding love, but in an unconventional way. But it also deals with, it addresses the condition of rheumatoid arthritis. So Sarah Dinsey, who is the lead, deals with this in real life.
Wow.
And so she had thought, having opportunities for herself weren't really coming around for her. So if you don't have opportunities, you make opportunities.
Yeah.
And so she's a big lover of 90s, 2000s rom-coms and music. And so she thought, why not? I mean, I'm hoping I'm reiterating it correctly, Sarah. If you're listening to this, I do apologize. But from the many, many hours of conversation and fun jokes that we have, it was just an opportunity for her to get out there and showcase what she could do. Because she originally started in theatre, and then eventually had family and was doing a lot of creative stuff behind the scenes. But coming back into it, she wanted to have a go at showcasing her condition and highlighting it, because in terms of rheumatoid arthritis, it's not one of the main things that you'd hear put out there. And in terms of how society might be, sometimes there's that what do you call it, oppression Olympics in terms of what would take priority, in terms of, well, this looks more because it's more visible, because obviously this person is suffering more. But it's a condition that you don't visibly see on the outset. There's no neon sign saying I have rheumatoid arthritis.
That's it.
And so it's making sure to represent that in a genuine way that feels authentic for her and her lived experiences. And so from that, it's transitioned into, this was revealed at Comic-Con, it's not something that I'm not allowed to say, fingers crossed. It's transitioned into a limited series format. So currently at the moment, scripts are being developed, and we're talking about how we're going to transition the current proof of concept story there, and how we're going to mold that into a limited 8-part series.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Everyone, watch it.
Yeah, I know,
Have
when
no
it comes
choice.
out, watch it, please.
And speaking of which, so you got to be on a Speaking of which, you got to go to Comic-Con, Oz Comic-Con,
Yes.
got to be on a panel. How was that experience?
Oh my god, I've never been to Oz Comic Con, and just it was very interesting. So when I got there, it was just a big hall full of all these different is costumes the right word? So I don't want to.
Cosplayers.
I don't know if that was the right
Offensive.
terminology. I don't want to come across as wrong, but it was so interesting just to see people dressed up, and I saw Pikachus, I saw Harry Potters, I saw. I'm a big Doctor Who fan, so I saw TARDISes and.
That's what this podcast is going to turn into.
Oh, do you both like Doctor Who?
Oh, love it.
We'll get into that after.
We'll get into that. We'll ask you questions. That's all good.
Nice. It was such a fun thing to do, and getting to sit there and speak about something that I was a part of, and understanding the reach and how big Comic-Con is, just understanding how big a reach it has and all the people that are potentially there, and the impact that it have, just talking about stuff that I was a part of. It just I'm a crybaby, so just sometimes I have my kind of moments like, oh wow, I just feel so grateful for this moment, and to have it happen with my friends, so wonderful people on board as well. It felt great, but it was a bit jarring just talking about something really serious, and then just like a Charmander just kind of. There was I think it was a Spidey who just kind of walked through the panel and just kind of walked out of it, but I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is how panels go. I don't know.
Yeah. Far out. So what was because we've been to Comic-Con, and Supernova I think was the other one we've been to. So we've seen like a couple panels in passing and stuff. What's the experience like for you? Like, I know you were just talking about it, but like, what's the experience like for you as like as an actor, or as I guess a panelist being a part of it? What is like for you, like acting wise or career wise, making a career in this industry and stuff, like how does that, I guess, what's that experience like for you?
I think because I haven't had this kind of thing happen to me before, it's a new kind of experience to have. It was really just soaking everything in. Having the panel was titled as Filming Through Adversity. So we had to deal with COVID closures, border closures, and then COVID lockdowns and whatnot. So the filming was broken into 2 parts. So the first part, we were myself and another Sydney-based actor, Chris Charteris, wasn't involved in, because it was shot up in Brisbane, shot up in Ipswich, up in Queensland. And so it was having to navigate through how to film scenes where we're supposed to be there
Yeah, right.
at one point of time, and then coming and shooting subsequent scenes to make it feel like we're all in the same room.
yeah.
And so it was little things like that, and just having a wonderful, wonderful team there, and then having to share that experience at a Comic-Con. Like, I wish it went by really quickly, because I flew in the morning, came to do the panel, and then just had a quick lunch, and then just went back and watched the theatre show back in Sydney that same night. So everything was kind of a blur.
Yeah.
But just being there and just soaking in the moment with people that I worked with who are fun, who are friendly, who are kind, who are supportive, just, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, we're very excited to see it.
Yeah, I know.
Can't wait. Sounds like a beautiful experience. So, right after this, we're going to play a game.
Ooh.
All right. So, since you've mentioned you're a fan of Doctor Who, what better than a Doctor Who quiz?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
We can do it, all right? This is on BuzzFeed. It was the first thing I found.
Oh, no. Okay.
So, and the title is Only a Doctor Who Genius Can Score More Than 12 in This Trivia. How confident are we feeling?
0%.
0%.
0%? Cool.
All
Nice.
right,
Okay,
let's
so
see.
we're all on the same page. Nice.
It's only up from here. So.
Yeah. It can only get better.
Let's get into it. So, in October 2017, so this talks about the previous genius, I guess, Ben Holmes appeared on a British quiz show called Mastermind and got every goddamn question on Doctor Who from 2005 to present correct. I reckon we can beat it. Let's try it.
Not a chance.
A good attitude to have.
Yeah.
I do not share this opinion.
All right. Number one. Doctor Who reappeared on BBC television in 2005 after a
True.
gap.
Oh,
Already wrong.
my bad.
Who played the Doctor in the first new series?
Chris Eccleston.
Correct,
Is there
right?
a question?
He had no hair. He was bald. Billy Piper.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And he also said he'll never make an appearance in a multi-Doctor show, which I'm upset about.
But he did say he'd do. I think he's doing Big Finish audio as number 9 as the 9th Doctor.
Is he?
Oh, yes.
I think he
did see
recently came around to the idea of doing. 'cause
Yes.
he was
Oh, nice.
vehemently against
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
episodes for long. So.
that. Yeah. How do you
He was
spell
a good doctor. I think it's ECCLESTON.
ECCLTON.
ESTON. That's a massive shot. I don't
I've got to
know.
type it. Correct.
Yeah.
We got it. That's correct.
He was a good
Woo!
doctor. I liked his doctor.
Go team. I really like despite what a lot of people say, but it was a good first one.
I liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. He was, yeah. Number 2. Oh, God. What 2-word phrase occurs repetitive? What 2-word phrase occurs repeatedly throughout the episode of Series 1 and is the title of the... What the hell is that word? Penultimate?
Penultimate.
Penultimate
Penultimate?
episode.
Do I know English? Yes, that one. It's a 2-word.
Bad Wolf.
Yeah, surely,
Hey.
right? Oh, sorry, I've got
Yeah,
to type
right.
these
That, yeah,
answers
that
in.
makes sense. Bad Wolf. I'm thinking
Huh?
something that he says when he goes into like the I was about to say Animus.
What?
The TARDIS.
Animus is something
Animus?
from Assassin's Creed. It's not the
Oh.
Animus. Sorry, the
Where are
TARDIS. Oh, sorry, I said the Animus instead of the TARDIS. It's a similar thing. I guess. Okay, I thought it was like something he says when he opens the doors or something, but Bad Wolf. That makes a lot of sense, and I remember that now.
Anyways, won't let me answer the thing, but we know it's Bad Wolf, so whatever.
2 for 2.
Number 3. Who played the Doctor's companion, Amy Pond, when Matt Smith became the 11th Doctor?
Karen
Gillan?
Gillan? Just
Gillan.
it starts with a G, the last name.
Yeah.
That's her. The one
Yeah.
that's in Guardians.
Yeah.
She plays
3 for
Nebula,
3.
right? The
Yeah.
Nebula.
Guardians, yeah.
Oh, baddie. There we go. 3 for 3 already.
And
All right.
that's the end of the quiz.
Number 4. Who plays the waitress Astrid Peth, who worked with the Doctor to help prevent the interstellar Titanic from crashing into the Earth?
Kylie Minogue.
Yeah. Aussie babe.
It's cool that she was in that.
She
Hey,
kept
an
her,
Aussie.
she kept her accent.
She
for it,
did,
from what I
yeah.
could listen, from what I heard. So
Yeah.
I thought it was very random that they got her. But living
It was
for
cool
it.
to see her though. It was like, yeah, man, an Aussie in Doctor Who. Fine.
Yeah.
I was because initial reports had her as like a sexy cyber woman. I'm like, okay, I guess that leans into her image.
Yeah, yeah.
But when she played Astrid as like the I thought it was pretty cool. I
Yeah.
liked
It was
Yeah,
really
yeah,
happy, huh? Number 5. Oh, this is one of my favorites. In the episode Daleks of Manhattan, the TARDIS lands next to a New York landmark in November 1930. Which landmark is it?
Statue of Liberty.
Is it Empire
I feel like
Well,
that's
Empire State
correct.
Building?
It's got to be.
Isn't it Empire State?
Because isn't that when it turns into an angel?
Oh, is that the
Oh.
one? Are you?
Am I thinking of the wrong one?
Yeah.
That might be the one
You're thinking
where.
of Angels of
on
Manhattan.
Angels of
okay,
Manhattan.
that's what I'm
Get your
thinking of.
villains right.
Sorry.
Daleks of Manhattan. Fuck.
Is it not Empire State?
I feel like if they went to New York, that may have been the first episode.
You're
and it would have been-
correct.
Oh, am I?
Was it?
It's Statue of Liberty.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice.
I kept thinking, is it in New York? Am I thinking of the right thing?
Oh my god, I'm a fool. That's one of my favorite episodes. Would you believe that? Unbelievable. Oh, I'm going to see myself out in a minute. All right. Number 6. Under what ancient monument did the Doctor and Amy Pond discover the Pandorica, a prison that featured the most feared thing in all the universe?
Stumped on this one.
The Harbour Bridge.
I blocked this out.
I have no clue.
I'm just gonna give up. Stonehenge.
Oh, yeah.
Seems obvious now.
Yeah,
Right,
so, yeah.
obviously.
Because, like, as soon as it said Stonehenge, you remember the episode and go, yeah, sure. Yeah.
That episode is 8 years old.
Oh, damn.
Jeez.
Good lord.
Oh boy, let's not. No,
it's not
we're gonna
fine.
have a full break.
Next question. Next question.
With what weapon does the Doctor fight Robin Hood on a narrow bridge across a stream in the episode Robot of Sherwood?
A sword?
That's what I was.
Yeah.
That's not the only thing. I mean, I wouldn't say sonic
Clue.
screwdriver.
It isn't a sword.
Oh, hilarious. Thank you for giving that clue to us really early on, Kat.
I saw it just now.
Clue, it isn't a sword. So unless that's like a
Trick question.
trick question and it's like a
Let's write
wooden
sword.
sword or something.
We lock it in sword.
Well, wooden sword.
Wooden sword.
I mean,
Wooden
I'd say
sword.
shoe or feather or something
Oh,
unconventional.
damn. Knowing the Doctor, it might be a shoe or something.
A shoe. All right, let's
I
go
don't
shoe.
actually put... Was that wrong?
It's a spoon.
A spoon.
Get it right.
Close. It started with an S.
Yeah, so that's a win, technically.
Technically, you can still use a
Yeah.
shoe to
yeah.
scoop things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, it's... Yeah.
And we'll end it at the 8th question because now we're just going down.
Well, we're failing. We're downhill, guys. There's a pond full of crocodiles and they're about to eat us. We're...
The Doctor and his companions wake up from amnesia into various reality television and game shows. In which game show does Rose appear where those eliminated are disintegrated by the android?
Oh, it's that one where the lady's like, "You are the weakest link. Goodbye." But I don't know what that... The
Is it
weakest
not
link?
Weakest
The
Link?
The weakest link. Yeah. It's that show where the lady says, "You are the weakest link. Goodbye." I'm fairly certain that show is called Deal or No Deal.
I wrote the weakest link and it says no, it's the weakest link. Are you?
Well, Kat, you're an idiot. Why didn't you write the weakest link?
It's rigged.
That's correct.
That's correct. We got that.
And that
one right.
concludes the quiz because I'm
Yeah.
about to throw it over the table.
You know what? If anything, this quiz has proved that we know a lot about Doctor Who, but also the quiz masters for this quiz are very petty and do not want people to win.
Terrible.
That's it.
They didn't have a Donna Noble question.
No, they
Donna
didn't.
Noble was
No.
my favorite
No, they
companion,
didn't.
so
Oh my god.
I'm very
Are there any
disappointed.
Donna Noble questions? Look.
Or any about what's her name? Tegan, the only Australian companion to ever to be there, who's coming back for the final run through with Jodie Whittaker.
Is she
her
really?
team.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So Tegan and Ace are coming back. So
Oh wow.
yeah,
Oh, that's really cool.
Ace is my favorite. I think I just saw a 13-second clip of her beating up a Dalek with a baseball bat. I'm like,
Oh
That's
dude.
it.
career goals right
Batty.
there.
The baseball
Love
bat
that.
is so in character as well.
So you are going to be in an upcoming feature film.
Yes.
And it's been reported with an A-lister.
Oh, very, very. Cannot say it, for I will be sued.
That's it. And so will we. So no thank you.
Yes. We don't want any pending lawsuits. Thank you very much.
When should we look out for this, for your face on the big screen?
So it won't be this year. We're shooting it this year towards the end latter, or that we are in the latter half. What am I talking about? It's October. Towards the end of the year, closer to November, December. And so hopefully that should be out next year or possibly the year after.
Wow.
But very exciting. It was a fun thing to audition for. Obviously can't. I wish I could tell you all the details
Yes.
behind it, but very lucky to have this kind of opportunity. And so it's just little by little, step by step,
man.
just making more moves with my career. So
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's really good. Good job,
Can't
dude.
wait to see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
So what other upcoming appearances can we look forward to see you in?
So probably the most exciting one that's out on the internet. So I did shoot a few guest spots on some shows which will come out this year and next year.
Nice.
But the two big things for me that are coming up are a guest appearance on the second season of Upright with Tim Minchin.
Nice.
So very late. That's on the internet on
There
IMDb,
you
which
go.
I didn't put that credit on. So that's I'm allowed to talk about
No
it.
suing.
It wasn't mentioned in the promo pack, but they were all famous people who were like, and the guest starring Noni Hazelhurst and Jessica okay.
And Lawrence Oliver.
and me.
And you, yeah.
But yeah, that was heaps of fun. I can't wait for people to see that. And the other one is I did a voiceover, my first voiceover for a kids show, which is coming out on ABC Kids called Reef School. So
Wow.
Emma Watkins, who used to be the Yellow Wiggle, is going to be
Oh,
narrating
yeah.
it. So there'll be a few other people.
We
in
love
it.
her.
Nice. Man. Yeah, she's great.
How exciting. And was it everything you could dream of working with her?
Oh, unfortunately, because it was the voiceover, it was in the voice booth. So
Right, so you didn't.
it was just directed by the wonderful Kimberly Melville.
Oh, wow.
I'll say it more confidently saying her name. I was directed by the wonderful Kimberly Melville.
Wow.
And she really took me through exploring accents that I've never had the opportunity to do. So I went all over Europe and I tried different posh things. So much fun. Like it's a sounds that I wouldn't expect a Samoan guy from Western Sydney to be doing, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I got blessed with the opportunity to do so. So
Yeah.
hopefully it all makes it, because you never know, if you're out there, things can get cut.
That's it. They can. And we'll come after them all. Amazing. We can't wait to see more of you.
It's
Thank
cool,
you so
man.
much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You have to come back.
I will.
Yes.
I mean, if I'm going to be blessed with, you can't see it right now, but there's a smorgasbord of free food in front of me, so don't have to come back for sure.
Yeah, that's it.
For the promise of sandwiches. Free sandwiches,
That's
of
it.
course. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We're going to end there.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.